For the live game, we expect to do a certain amount of pre-patching, so that it's just you know optional. Go to live. Like basically, if you are already when the game is live, Wormling is going to be our public test server. If you're already subscribed to the Wormling channel, then you'll have the pretty much what we're going to push to the live game when the live game gets it already. So
Yeah, your patch would be minimal at most.
chat is. Yes, that is exactly why. In fact, I think it looks kind of badass though. Did my girlfriend make me shave my mustache for kissing access? Yeah, that's that and soup. Okay.
The question: assuming new game installs are a download where your patches keep these up to date, nothing more annoying than downloading new game install and having 5 months of updates to download. When you download from our patcher, it downloads the current state of the game immediately all at once.
Yeah, the installer is like 500K, I think,
Yeah,
and
it's not very big.
we might at some point make a thing where you can pre-download your download, but it's working pretty well. Um, when a change is made to the UI via GitHub and is pushed, will this then be incorporated into the default UI? Um, yeah, I mean it. When a code change is actually checked into the main branch, main fork, then it goes through the build server and it gets live within minutes on Hatchery. So there will be a testing gate between Hatchery and the ultimate live game. Hatchery is the place where you know where eggs get scrambled.
It's where things go to break and then we fix them.
Eggs are get cracked. uh, how would you handle an issue where a build hangs? If the build's hanging, it doesn't get pushed out to anybody, and it's not like um, we do these builds on live server that the game's playing. We all of these stuff is like pre-tested and done internal on Hatchery, and that's where we'll have like the breaks and all that stuff. And then we'll push copies of that up to the higher level servers that people play on.
Yeah, the build has to succeed before
Right.
stuff makes it to the patcher. There's internal like automated check gates, and then there's the hey, does this actually work? Play the game and make sure, and then push it. And hopefully people will. Hopefully the IT folks will be good and report bugs as they happen on Hatchery too. We more eyes, everything is awesome. We're secretly using the internal test tier for testing.
Who would have guessed?
Vinsadia asks, will we be able to have two clients to play, test servers and live servers, without new downloads? Yes, and they will actually share assets if they have the same assets. So you don't have to download the same thing twice.
Yep.
Will the patcher be able to dynamically update the game name from Camelot Unchained to the new Viking-based name? From the patcher's point of view, the client is named 4.
Yes, it is named 4.
There's also various other channels like 5, 6, and 42. Brian Green, of course, claimed 42 as his personal development channel. Does the patcher send or collect any information about a user's computer and send it to CSE?
Not currently.
No, we don't. We don't do that. There is a plan that is sort of going to sit there and watch the client for crashes and upload crash data, but we're not going to collect data about your computer without your permission. Well, world art files eventually add up to 20 gigabytes, and then we have to update the entire set for each batch. Asks Paul Lowe. Yes, they will, and no, you won't. It is very incremental. There's no way that like you make it. We make a change to one texture, you download one texture. Let's see. Does the patcher know not to overwrite mod files? the answer is that mod files will go in a separate directory for UI, I assume. So, any more questions? Oh, yeah. Some sort of warden type program to monitor on the monitor on the user side for cheating. The client checks itself to some extent, but we also check you on our side. We're not going full warden at this time. I won't say we never will 5 years down the road or something, but that's not our overall plan right now. Our plan is to build a hardened network architecture so that no matter what your client does, you won't be able to do bad things to other people. Patcher being capable of being set to a specific bandwidth, we can add that. That's on the to-do list.
Yep, it's
The ability to add things live to the game be restricted to a single individual. No, that is how we work. Like, any artist makes a change to the game and it goes directly onto Hatchery, and that's how they see it. They don't have some other like secret channel to, they're running the game and they're making changes and they see them in the game. That's how they work. That's also why Hatchery is going to be a place that explodes a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It's not going to be a great place to play a game, but we do want people to, in that testing tier, to be able to test.
Any other questions?
Okay, last questions. Hando Media Booster. No.
Yeah.
No, this is our own thing. This was a place where I felt like, I had the experience with doing things, in various ways that weren't that great, to say like, all right, this is a place where we can build our own thing that adds significant value. And so we did. There's other places like the entire UI is a drop of Chromium. And I looked at that and said, we can't do better than that, even with tons of resources. So we're picky about where we spend our time on build it ourselves versus buy it. Okay. Okay, well, I think we're pretty much wrapping up. Does either of you have votes for favorite question or answer? Yeah. If nothing's jumping out at you, I'm actually I'm going to give it to Tater Tots because not for the name. And the question was not a brilliant one, but it let me, it was a softball question about what are you excited about, but it let me get in the real important thing about this, which is not just fast iteration time for us in making the game or showing things off to, testers as we make the game. It's how quickly we can address things in the game after launch, and that is the single most important thing. So Tater Tots, you will be getting one of these, and you and Genesee can work out the details.